Hawks out there. Welcome back to another episode of Hawk Talk.
Our top story today is all about helping 8th graders get a head start in earning high school credits. CVVL, which stands for Central Valley Virtual Learning, is offering a credit advancement summer school registration for high school credit.
Really? How do I sign up?
You can go to cvvl.cvsd.org/apps/pages/hs-registration. You can sign up on your computer, phone, etc.
Speaking of phones, that reminds me of the HMS cell phone policy.
Remind me what the policy is again?
The policy is that every student must have their phone in their backpack during school hours. That includes when they first arrive at school until school ends at 2:05.
I think we can trust you Hawks to keep your phones away during school.
On the topic of trust, last month's PACE award was showing trustworthiness.
The Horizon staff picked some trustworthy students as the April Students of the Month.
In the 6th grade, they chose Peyton Christensen, Will Devenish, Samuel McConnell, and Marid Warity.
Representing the 7th grade are Hunter Branning, Rhiannon Grogan, Sage Roberts, and Josh Sherwin.
And finally, the 8th grade winners are Cameron Goff, Amy Lewell, Griffin Linterman, and Elliot McNeese. Great job, Hawks, and keep up the good work. Now it's time to work hard at saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What's that noise?
Sorry, that's my stomach. Boy, I'm hungry. Let's get this segment of birthday lunch and name that tune done so I can eat.
Me too, and I could really go for a piece of cake right now. So let's get started with today's birthdays.
We have some Hawks celebrating their birthdays today and this weekend.
For today's birthdays, we have Annalyn Alexander and Lucy Cooper.
And this weekend's birthdays are Abigail Randall, Kristen DeLong, Anna Hokema, and Logan Rule.
You Hawks have an awesome birthday.
Hope you enjoy your cake.
Hey, do you smell that?
You know what it smells like? It smells like today's lunch.
Today for lunch, we have chicken teriyaki rice bowl with applesauce, celery sticks, and Horizon's famous milk.
That sounds good. Hey Gracie, something else that sounded good was last week's song.
Yeah, it did. Last week's song was Dynamite by BTS. Ah!
Let's see who gets it.
Marid Warity, 8th grade. Connor Neely, 6th grade.
Amy Laywell, 8th grade.
And last but not least, Katrina Thompson, 8th grade.
If your name was John, tell Mr. Wolcott or Mr. Frantic at lunch, and they'll give you ice cream.
If you didn't win last week but want an ice cream bar next week, make sure to put a song guest in the lunchroom.
That's all for this edition of BLT.
See you guys next time.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I've full commitments while I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on.
So I'm saying McDonald's is just not that good.
I mean, I see your point, but oh, hey, look, it's time for Character Corner.
Oh, I guess it is. Welcome back, Hawks, to another week of Character Corner, where we talk about character and there are no corners in sight.
That's right. Last week, we did the Daymaker message dare, where you send a message of some sort to a family member or friend, telling them that you appreciate them and are thinking about them.
And what a good dare it was. Fortunately, we have a Hawk who did the dare. Hi, Hawks. I'm Gunnar, and this is Ben, and we're here with
Peyton Christensen.
Peyton. Did you do the dare last week?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of the dare?
I thought it was super fun and it felt really uplifting.
Would you have anything to say for the people who maybe didn't do the dare or were on the fence?
I think you should really do it because you could make someone's day.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You never know who you might just make their day better.
You know?
Yeah. thanks for the interview. It was really great.
Yeah.
Your input is valued.
I gotta remember to be more grateful. Sometimes I say my life sucks, but I know deep down I have food on my plate. I have water in my cup and I have a roof over my head. I have some of the greatest friends I could ever ask for. I'm gonna ask a few of them to come up here and make sure I stay committed to being more grateful. Jacob, will you come on? Jacob, will you please remind me to be more grateful?
I will.
Ben, will you please remind me to be more grateful?
Absolutely, Gunnar.
Isabella, will you remind me to be more grateful?
Sure, I will.
Thank you. Seahawks, you know where your true friends lie. If they remind you to be grateful, you know you found something. Make sure you guys are grateful. It's the little things in life.
Oh, looks like we'll have our hands full with this dare. I can't wait to hear from people who did the dare next week.
And definitely, if you want to be on the Hawk Talk segment with us, you should probably put your name on a slip in the box in the cafeteria with your name, last name, grade level, and your third period class.
Anyway, it's time for us to go.
Bye.
Hey, Horizon Hawks, welcome to this week's edition of Wolcott's Wisdom. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hey, today is ASB elections, the primary round, and then we'll have the general election on Monday. I want to congratulate all those that took a step out there and ran for an ASB office. Unfortunately, not everyone can win, but we are proud of all of you that are willing to take that risk, put yourself out there, and encourage people to vote for you. We're proud of you all. So today's wisdom is just a little quote that just says, hey, we want to think about all that we are instead of all the things that we are not. Sometimes we focus on all the negative things about ourselves, or we compare ourselves to somebody else and say, oh, I wish I was more like that. I'm not good at that, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. Instead, I'd encourage you to think about all the things that you are, because you're all great and you all have great things to offer and talents and abilities. And those might be different than maybe those that you're around at times, but you have things that you can contribute better than some of them. So that's what makes the world great, is we all have different skills and abilities and things that we can bring. But what happens sometimes is we start thinking about all the areas that we lack instead of thinking about all the areas that we do offer to the world and to people around us. So that's the wisdom. Just remember, think about all those things that you are instead of those things that you are not. Hope you have a great Friday, a great weekend, and we'll see you soon, Hawks.
Hey Griffin, look, my name's on this list.
Is mine too?
Yep, this must be the detention list.
No, silly. These are the people who are eligible for Honor Society because they've maintained a 3.5 GPA or higher for the first 3 courses here.
So why are we talking about this on Hawk Talk?
Because we want all of you Hawks out there to check the list to see if you are eligible for Honor Society this year.
And if you're not, you need to go talk to Miss Jensen about it.
And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me.
Welcome back to the Hawk Sports Report. I'm Layla.
And I'm Becca, and last week baseball, track, and tennis all wrapped up their seasons.
The 8th grade varsity baseball team had an awesome season and went undefeated with a record of 5-0.
The 7th grade team had a great season as well and ended with a record of 4 wins and 1 loss.
I heard the tennis team was decent this year. Do you know how they did?
They did awesome. The tennis varsity team ended their season with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses.
And you're probably at a loss wondering why we haven't reported on the track season yet.
We're trying to track down the results, so hopefully we'll have some results for you next week.
Didn't some new sports start this week?
Yes, volleyball and football started.
There are no games this upcoming week, but there's practice every day after school until their first game.
We wanted to hear a little bit about the upcoming volleyball season, so we invited Mr. Collins on the show today.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Mr. Collins, how many years have you been coaching?
Well, I've been coaching quite a few years. This will be my 30th volleyball season this year here at Horizon and 10 years up at the high school.
What are you most looking forward to in the upcoming volleyball season?
I'm most looking forward to is you getting the opportunity to participate, to have a chance to play. I know it's been a crazy year and everything's changed, but we do have an opportunity to play. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
How do you think they'll do?
In the past, all Horizon teams have done very well, and I expect us to continue that tradition and do very well and be right on top of the league.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
That's the end of this week's Hawk Talk Sports Report.
Have an amazing Friday and stay sporty, Hawks.
Glad to see, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
And we're back. In case you forgot, photo retakes are coming up 1 week from today.
If you're going to get your photo retaken, bring the original package you received your photos in to exchange your photos.
Not only will some of you be receiving great new photos, everyone will be receiving mid-quarter progress reports on Tuesday.
That's great news. It's always nice to see how you're doing in class.
Hope all you Hawks did well, and if not, there's still a few weeks to get your grades up for the end of the year.
Although the school year will soon come to an end, ASB elections are going on for the 2021 to 2022 school year.
Some of our 7th graders here at HMS are running to be ASB officers for next school year.
The primary election is today, and the general election webinar is Monday. Following the webinar, 6th and 7th graders will vote for the ASB officers whom they'd like to represent them next year.
Good luck to all the Hawks running. And with that, this episode of Hawk Talk has officially ended. Fare thee well.